Please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get the regular updates of my channel, and do not forget to like, comment and share. The next requirement we have is calculate and set duration. Now, in order to do the calculation, so for example, I'm an employee and I'm submitting the request for leave. I select the start date, I select the end date. Now system should calculate that how many days I have selected. So if I go to my personal developer instance over here, so let's say I select start date, I will just make it like this. Let's say I select this 5th of October, and here I select 8th of October. So here you can see that I have selected 5, that means 5, 6, 7, 8, that means 4 days of leave. But here it's showing nothing. So I don't want users to put it manually. That maybe I will put 10 as well. I can put 20 as well. How will I make sure that this should be calculated automatically? And that is also on the client. That means when I select these dates, system should automatically populate that you have selected 4 days, 5 days. It should basically subtract the days and then populate it over here. Now, how can I do that? So first of all, this is something achievable with the help of client script. So you have to create the client script, but the important piece is how will you get the data? That means you have to calculate it. Now for that calculation, we have to basically work with the GlideAjax APIs. So we have GlideAjax APIs from ServiceNow. That is what you have to use. Now, those are server-side APIs which we have to use. For that, how exactly I can use them? So what I have to do, I have to basically write a server-side code, pull that data on the client and use it. That means overall, I have to pull the duration. So I have to push these values. I have to calculate at server-side and then pull the duration value, and which I can populate in this particular field. So how exactly I can do it? I will do it with the help of client script. Now, if I talk about, whenever we talk server-side scripting with client script, there's one element comes into the picture always, that is GlideAjax. So what we are going to do, and that is with script include. So we will create a script include and we will also create a client script. So starting with script include over here, I will close this one, I will close this one, and I will go to create application file. So I will go to create application file. I will go to create application file, and then I will select server development, that is script include, and here I will just double click. And I will give it a name. So we have this leave management system. So maybe I will just give it a name as LMS Ajax in caps. So in just one word. So I'm just giving it LMS Ajax because that's what we are going to use. I will press tab. It will create the API name over here. Now I have to select this checkbox as well because I have to make it client callable. So I will select this checkbox. Now, if you will come over here, I will make it full screen because I have to write the script now. I will make it a little bit large and I will just squeeze a little bit here. So now I will write the script. Now, what exactly you do when you create Ajax script in script include? So for that, you have to basically write a server-side code, but you have to create a function. So maybe because we have to calculate the date difference. So what we will do, we will calculate the date difference on server-side level, and we will push that data to our client. So in that case, what I will do get date, and I will make it diff. It's just a function we are going to create, and I can do colon and I will do function. That's it. And I can do like this, and I can just put it here, comma. Now, whatever code we have to write, we have to write that code into this particular function. So I will start with, so I have to capture the value of the fields, basically the start date and end date. That's what I have to capture. But before that, what exactly you have to do? Basically, you have to capture the glide date variable. You have to create that glide object of that glide date API. How exactly I will do it? So maybe I will do D1. That's a date 1. I will do new glide date. This is what I can do. I will do semicolon, and here I can do D1. I can just do that dot. Here you can see I have the set display value. Basically, I have to set the display value of that start date and end date. So I can just do display value over here. Now under this, for what value I have to set the display value, here you can do this dot get parameter. This is correct. Parameter syntax is correct. And I can just put here. Now this is the parameter which we will get from our client, because it's GlideAjax. So we will get this parameter from the client. So I can give it a name. So I can just do sysperm underscore start. That's it. This is okay. And I can just give semicolon. Next one, I can just do var d2. That's a date 2. And I can do new glide date, and I can do semicolon, and here I can do d2 dot set display value, and I can do, maybe I will copy this one and I will put it like this, and here I will make it end. Rest will be same, because that's what the parameter we will have. So whatever dates we will get. Okay, I think we have pasted in a wrong section. It has to be here. So we will do new glide date, and like this I will format the code. It will be like this, sysperm end, and I will put the semicolon. Now I will, so what will happen? This d1 dot this set display value, they will basically store the value of the field we have in start and end, which I will push it via these parameters. So what I have to do, I have to calculate the duration. How can I calculate the duration? I can just do var duration equal to glide date, and here I can do subtract. So now I have to subtract it. How? Basically from start till end I have to basically subtract the dates. So for that I can just put over here D1 comma D2. That's it. And you put semicolon. And here I can do return duration, because I have to send this value back to our client. One thing we have to do, you have to basically do, you have to get the numeric value. So in that case, I have to get the numeric value. For that, I can just do numeric value, and I will just do like this. So I think we should be good. So if we have return duration dot get numeric value, it will basically return the numeric value, because it will this won't return the numeric value, because we have to populate the numeric value in our duration field. So in that case, I will just save it. I think we should be good with this script include. So I can click on save. Now the next part is our creating the client script. That's our next part. So in that case, I will just go to over here, and maybe I will make it a little bit smaller just to show you. So here we will select client development, and here we have client script, because that is what I have to create. So I will just create the client script. I will give it a name, and the name I can put maybe set duration. That's what we have to set. And here I can just select the table. and this table is leave request. That's our form. I will just do leave request. Now UI type, I will select all. Now here we have to select type. Now what type you think we should select? Ideally it should be on change, because whenever you will change the dates, then only it should basically calculate the duration. So in that case, I will do on change. So it is done. And which field, because that is also very important. So I will just put it for end date, because that's a field. So start date will not calculate it. It will always calculate with the help of end date, because end date has to be mandatory. And that's the reason we made it as mandatory, because without end date, I cannot calculate the dates. So I will just select the end date. And if I come over here, then here I can write my script. So starting with, I have to call that script include with the help of GlideAjax. So I will start creating this. I will do var GA. We will just use this variable var GA equal to new GlideAjax, or maybe let me make it full screen. And I will just do new GlideAjax, and here I will do semicolon. Now here I have to put the name of the script include which we just created, that is LMS Ajax. I will come over here and I will just do like this. Okay, so we have called our script include. Now I have to call the function which we just created, and how we will call it. So we will do ga.addParam, and here we have to provide the parameter name. So this will be, because this is just a function, so this will always be sysperm underscore name. And if I do comma, now here in string format, I have to copy this function name, that is this get date diff. I will copy this one, and I will put semicolon, go next. Now I have to push the parameters which we created. So I will do ga.addParam, and here we will start with sysperm underscore start. That's our basically first value. That's a start date value, the parameter which we have used in our script include. And now how exactly I will push the value? Now value, what I can do, maybe I will just select over here var start equal to g underscore form dot get value. And what exactly that field is, that is start underscore date. Yeah, I think that's what we have selected, I'm sure. If I go to leave request, and if I check the field name, we can quickly check this. And if I select the field name, yep, we have end date, we have start date, so it should be start underscore date. And if I come over here, so I can basically get the value of this particular date, and I can just do like this. Now I will also put the new value, that means the value of end date. Do I have to do this g underscore form? Not really, because I already have that value in our parameter, and that parameter is new value. So I will come over here. This time I will put over here start. That's it. And that's our second parameter. I will do add param. I will do like this, sysperm underscore. I will do end. Now here I will do comma, and I don't have to put g underscore form variable. I don't have to store it. I can just put new value. That's it. You are done. And then now here I have to do now ga.get XML. We have to call asynchronously, so I have to do this get XML. Now here I have to put the basically callback function. So maybe I will give that callback function is get duration. That's a function we can mention, get duration. Then I can put just semicolon, and I can just go a little bit down here. Now here I have to call this callback function. So I can just do function, and I can do get duration. That's a function we have created over here, like function, and I think we are not using get duration somewhere else. So you can see we have this get duration, and here I can put response. That's a parameter we have to use. Now I will start with where answer. Now this is kind of, I would say, common variable which you actually use during declaring the GlideAjax. I think that's what we normally do. So we can just put where answer equal to, and I can do response dot response XML. That's what you have to put. So you have to put response dot response XML. I think sometime even I forgot it. So you have to just make sure you are remembering it. You have to just maybe it's kind of I would say pretty much easy, that it's just response dot response XML. Then you have to just put document, but you have to make sure that syntax is correct, even because it's case sensitive. So you have to make sure that you are putting the right character over there. So you have document E caps, then I have element, and then I can put dot get, then we have A caps attribute, and I will just put parenthesis here, and I can just put answer in string, and I can just put semicolon. And now here, because I am just calculating the duration, now what will happen, whatever value I will get from our script, that server side script, basically it will return in milliseconds. And you will definitely get this situation that whenever you will calculate the dates, you will always get the basically results, the output in milliseconds. So how can you change that? Because you have to change that value from milliseconds to days. So we can definitely do that, because there's a formula for that to convert it. How exactly I can do that? So I can just write over here where. So we will basically capture that value. So that's basically days. So we will create a variable days, and I will put equal to, and here we will just put it in the parenthesis so that I'm just doing the calculation. So whatever I will get the value, that means answer, because that's what I will get the answer from our script include. That means over here. So once you are doing here return duration, so this value, whatever data I'm storing over here, it will be returned to my client script, this client script. So what I have to do, so the formula for converting to days from milliseconds is I have to answer divided by, I have to use this 1000. This is what we have to use, multiply by 60, multiply by 60, and multiply by 24. You are done. Now I can, so now it has stored the value of days in this days variable. That means the duration, how many days we are calculating, that is something we are storing in days variable. And now I can do g underscore form dot set value, because I have to show that value on the form. So I can just quickly show you the set value. The field is duration, so I can just put duration, and then I can just do comma, and now I have to put the days. So that is, and it's a string, basically it's a floating point number. That's what we selected. So I can just do here days, that's it, and I can just do semicolon, and yep, I think it should be good. So we are good with the script, I would say. And if I make it a little bit smaller as well, so you can see the whole script together. So this is the whole script we have written on change of end date, and I can save this. So a script is created. Now I will do a testing, because that is something as a developer, you have to make sure that whatever script you have written, whether it is working or not. How we will do that? We will come over here and we will reload it. That's something we have to do. Here we will select start date. Let's say we select 5th of October. I'm not selecting this one. I'm just selecting here. I will select, let's say I will select 7. Can you see that? It is populating 2. So we are able to populate the number of days from 5th of till 7th. That is what you can do here. I think it's 5 from 5. I think start date is 5 and that we have this 7. Ideally it should be 3 days, because if I talk about calculation perspective, it should be 3 days. So what you can do, because it's not populating, it's just, I would say, decreasing 1 day. If I see here like 5 to 7, it is just, I think if I say 5, 6, 7, because that's how you always mention the start date and end, because start date is the one when you start your leave, end date that by end date that I will be taking the leave by this date. So ideally these are 3 days. So what duration is coming as 2. It's quite simple. I will come over here. What I can do, I will do, maybe let me do that. Days 1 equal to, I can do days plus 1. That's it. Nothing else. And here we will just change it to days 1. And I'm sure this will change that, because it will always decrease 1 day. So if I come over here, I will reload it. I select the 5th, I select 7th, and you can see we are getting 3. That's what we are getting, and we are calculating it perfectly. So this is how you calculate the duration, and you can play with basically date and time fields with the help of client script, with the help of GlideAjax. You can basically fulfill a lot of requirements for your customers and clients. So we are able to provide next feature for this application with the help of client script, with the help of script include, and with the help of GlideAjax.